Will there be a season 8 of 1,000 Pounds Sisters? Major cliffhangers taunt fans. Season 7 was filled with ups and downs, and we're not ready to give up on season 8 yet. When 1,000 Pounds Sisters first aired in January 2020, and fans could not possibly imagine just how much they would come to love and enjoy watching Tammy Slaton and Amy Halterman Slaton on their journey to a new life. The sisters were instantly crude, hilariously relatable, and salt of the earth in a way that many reality TV stars are not, making them a quick favorite. Now, after 7 seasons, the two are a household name. And season 7 brought with it some major changes to the lives of the sisters. But after both sisters have now achieved some of their major weight loss goals, which is why the show started. To begin with, will it end? Here's what we know about whether or not there will be a season 8 of 1,000 Pounds Sisters. Will there be a season 8 of 1,000 Pounds Sisters after season 7 saw so many changes? When the trailer dropped for season 7, it promised everything: family drama, success, tears, love, and, of course, camel bites. But with Tammy achieving her skin removal surgery and Amy getting engaged to her boyfriend, Brian Levorn, what's left for the pair? Knowing the sisters, the answer is probably a lot. While there's been no confirmation for a season 8 yet, it seems likely that the show will continue. Not every minute of the past 7 seasons has focused on their weight loss, so they will likely be able to provide plenty of content that isn't weight-related. The timing for a potential season 8 would likely be late 2025 to early 2026, going by past seasons. It could be a good opportunity to relaunch the sisters under a new series name and create a spin-off, but they can succeed just as well by keeping the original. Season 7 left the fandom with enough cliffhangers to be getting on within another season, that's for sure. After all, we still need to find out if the family will overcome their distaste and attend what sounds like a very unusual and very Amy-like wedding now that she and Brian are officially engaged. What's going on with Amy's wedding? Of course, we have to talk about the wedding. It has been the source of most of the viral clips from season 7, because people are just a little baffled by Amy's plans for her wedding. And in all fairness, Tammy seems pretty baffled too. Amy has always walked her own path, without fear, so it's no surprise that her wedding plans include some out-of-the-box ideas, including the potential to have a spooky-themed wedding, originally. But then in June 2025, she proposed the idea of having a wedding that paid homage to the sisters' great-grandfather, like the Mayflower, she told a skeptical-looking Tammy. The new design, Amy explained, would include steamboat, sea stuff, but rust and metal and decay. Like shipwreck, she chirped, to which an exasperated Tammy replied, "This BH." Tammy is clearly unsure of whether or not she can see the vision, and fans were too. But with Amy changing her mind frequently, it's hard to say what the ultimate ceremony will turn out to be. In the meantime, Amy has to convince her family to attend the wedding in the first place, and season 7 didn't provide any definite conclusions about whether or not that will happen. 1,000 Pounds Sisters Season 7 Episode 7 I'm Going to Police Fully Duck Out airs June 3, 2025 on TLC. Tuesday, June 3, 2025, at 9 p.m. on TLC. This episode dives deep into the lives of Amy and Tammy Slaton as they navigate some crucial moments. In this episode, Amy faces the judge for what is described as her final appearance in court. This moment is significant for her, and viewers will witness the tension and anticipation as she hopes for a positive outcome. The stakes are high, and the pressure is palpable as Amy prepares to confront the judge about her journey and progress. Meanwhile, Tammy takes a moment to address Amy about her recent weight gain. This conversation is bound to be intense as the sisters discuss the challenges they face together. Family dynamics come into play, highlighting the struggles and support that exist between them. The episode also takes the family to Pittsburgh for Tammy's skin removal surgery. While Tammy is under the knife, her siblings find themselves in the waiting room, leading to some unexpected confrontations. The waiting room becomes a battleground as emotions run high and tensions flare. This episode is sure to keep fans on the edge of their seats, eager to see how the sisters handle their challenges and support each other through these pivotal moments. 1,000 Pounds Sisters. Did Amy Slaton really get bitten by a camel? Here's why the zoo owner disagrees. 1,000-pound sisters star Amy Slayton's shocking claim of being bitten by a camel during a family zoo trip made headlines, but the zoo owner insists the story doesn't add up. Amy first captured public attention in 2020 alongside her sister, Tammy, on 1,000-Pound Sisters Season 1, where they shared their weight loss struggles and complex family life. Once morbidly obese and deeply unhappy, Amy was determined to make a change. During Season 1, Amy committed to improving her health, losing weight naturally before undergoing weight loss surgery. This marked the beginning of her fitness journey. Kentucky woman Amy lost nearly 200 pounds and fulfilled her dream of becoming a mother to two adorable children, Gage and Glenn. Losing weight gave Amy the independence she longed for and allowed her to embrace motherhood fully. However, it was also revealed that her husband, Michael Halterman, wasn't as supportive as she had hoped. In 2023, Amy separated from Michael and embraced life as a single mom. After their divorce was finalized, she began dating again. By 2024, Amy met Brian, fell in love, and started planning a future together, including the possibility of expanding their family. What happened with Amy at the zoo? Amy explained the incident in detail on 1,000-Pound Sisters. In September 2024, the Crockett County Sheriff's Department responded to reports of a guest being bitten by a camel at the Tennessee Safari Park in Alamo, officials confirmed in a now-deleted Facebook post. When deputies arrived at the scene, they were immediately struck by suspicious odors coming from the guest's vehicle. According to Today, Amanda was arrested for illegal possession of Schedule I and Schedule VI substances, along with 2 counts of child endangerment. Brian, who was also in the vehicle with Amy, faced the same charges stemming from the incident and subsequent vehicle search. They should be handcuffing the damn camel. Amy broke her silence about the camel bite incident during an episode in Season 7. She shared how what was meant to be a fun family outing quickly turned into the worst day of their lives. At the time, Amy had decided to move in with Brian and wanted to enjoy some quality time with him and the kids beforehand. They were eager to create new memories and explore new adventures, which led them to the idea of visiting a zoo. Brian suggested one where they could drive through, feed the animals, and even pet them from the car. Oh, that would be perfect. Amy thought it would be an enriching experience for the children. Amy thought of it as a family-safe zoo where they didn't even need to get out of their cars to see the animals. The kids were going to be buckled in. It was just the perfect day, as per Amy, until a camel began chomping on Amy's upper arm. "I'm looking down at my arm and it's gashed open with pieces of fat coming out," said Amy, as she had to try and stay calm for the boys in the back seat. Amy thought she was going to lose her arm. The zoo owner John Conley was certain a camel didn't bite Amy. The aftermath of Amy's injury. Amy began calling and messaging her family while Brian drove them around looking for help. Meanwhile, the zoo had contacted an ambulance on her behalf. Although Amy noted that it would have taken only 15 minutes for it to arrive, the wait felt like 3 hours to her, as her arm had been torn open. According to Amy, the police arrived alongside the ambulance, even though no one had called them. After searching the car, they discovered a small bag of marijuana. While Amy was in the ER getting stitches, the officers began reading her rights, adding to the chaos. Meanwhile, TMZ reported that Amy had a 4-centimeter wide section of skin missing from her right arm near the inner elbow. The zoo owner, who reviewed a photo of the exposed tissue, insisted the injury did not appear to be caused by a camel bite. John, the owner, was adamant it wasn't a bite wound. He claimed there was no way one of their camels had bitten Amy, noting it was unusual that there was no bruising and that the skin looked filleted. According to him, this detail indicates this isn't an animal bite, suggesting another cause for the injury. What Amy's zoo video revealed about the camel attacking her. Amy caught the shocking camel attack on camera. Fortunately for Amy, the 1,000-Pound Sisters star managed to record the shocking incident at the zoo. In the TLC footage, a camel is seen approaching her car window and thrusting its head inside to snatch some food. "He leaked on me," Amy exclaims after the animal spits on her leg. As she leans forward to wipe it off, the camera shifts to the other side of the car. "Ow, ow, ow," she cries out as the video reveals the camel biting her arm. The animal clamps down tightly as Amy screams, "F***." The The camel just bit me. He got me good. 1,000-pound sisters. How Tammy Slaton's skin removal could end the show. 1,000-pound sisters star Tammy Slaton was finally approved for skin removal surgery, but could it have a negative effect on the show? When Tammy made her television debut in 2020, she was battling life-threatening obesity. The series got its provocative title from the fact that Tammy and her sister, Amy Slaton, weighed a combined 1,000 pounds. During the premiere episode, Amy weighed over 400 pounds, while Tammy weighed a shocking 600 pounds. They were so heavy that they couldn't even use normal bathroom scales, having to be weighed in at the local junkyard instead. During the first few seasons of the show, Tammy went on to gain even more weight, weighing in at 725 pounds at her heaviest. After a terrifying health crisis, Tammy decided to do something about her weight. She treated her food addiction, had bariatric surgery, and lost weight fast. Losing so much weight so quickly left Tammy with a lot of loose excess skin. During 1,000 Pounds Sisters Season 7, Tammy's doctors finally gave her the green light for skin removal surgery. Though it's what Tammy wanted, could the surgery spell doom for the beloved unscripted show? Tammy lost 500 pounds, but she was still uncomfortable in her own skin. While all the Slaton siblings struggled with their weight, Tammy was always the heaviest one. Though she weighed 608 pounds when she stepped on the scale during the premiere episode of 1,000 Pounds Sisters Season 1, she didn't make much of an effort to lose weight during the first few seasons. In fact, Tammy only seemed to gain weight. When she reached 725 pounds, Tammy seemed to give up. She stopped even trying to diet. She made questionable friends with whom she spent all her time drinking and partying. When a health scare landed Tammy in a week-long medically induced coma, she finally came to her senses. When she woke up, she was scared enough to do something about her weight. Tammy bucked down and changed her life. After bariatric surgery, Tammy lost an incredible 500 pounds. The 1,000 Pounds Sisters star went from 725 to 225 pounds, proving to herself that she can do anything she sets her mind to. Despite her incredible achievement, Tammy was still uncomfortable in her own skin. Tammy wanted skin removal surgery. She kept running into obstacles. Losing so much weight quickly saved Tammy's life for the better, but it had its downsides. It left Tammy with a lot of excess skin, which makes it hard to walk. Tammy wanted skin removal surgery, but her doctor kept wanting her to lose more weight first.
Skin
removal surgery involves several different cosmetic procedures. It's risky and costs a fortune. Clinical dietitian Kate Hilton told the Mirror that the risks are significant and the costs are astronomical. Kate thinks the 1,000 Pounds Sisters star would need to undergo about 5 separate surgeries that could cost a total of $85,000. Skin removal surgery may be risky, but it may be worth it to Tammy. It also takes a long time to recover from each procedure, which is another serious concern for Tammy. Bariatric surgery isn't a get-out-of-the-gym-free card. The 1,000 Pounds Sisters Season 7 star still has to do a lot of physical activity in order to maintain her dramatic weight loss. If she's on her back in recovery after skin removal surgery, she won't be able to get as much exercise as she needs. The concern is that she'd gain weight during recovery, which could render the procedure useless. An episode of 1,000 Pounds Sisters Season 6 really illustrated how uncomfortable Tammy still is in her body. One night, she and Amy rented a limousine for a night out on the town to celebrate their weight loss. They went to dinner and even took a burlesque class together. While Amy was eager to strip down and give her all to the dance class, Tammy was still uncomfortable in her skin. While Amy danced and had fun, Tammy tried to disappear. Skin removal surgery may be risky, but it may be worth it to Tammy. Doctors finally approved Tammy's surgery. She'll go in for the procedure this season. Tammy had been desperate for skin removal surgery, but she kept running into obstacles. Her doctors kept asking her to lose more weight. Then they denied her because of her vaping habit. When she finally quit vaping, her doctors wanted her to get more protein into her diet. Tammy grew increasingly frustrated. She was so jealous when her brother, 44-year-old Chris Combs, was approved for the procedure. During 1,000 Pounds Sisters Season 6, Chris had the excess skin around his belly removed, and he looks like a new man. If Tammy decides she'd rather be off doing her own thing, it could spell doom for 1,000 Pounds Sisters. During 1,000 Pounds Sisters Season 7, Tammy headed to see her doctor again. She went in, expecting to be denied the procedure again, but she was pleasantly surprised. Tammy finally got approval for the procedure that she'd been so desperate to have. For her, it's not just about the way it looks. The reality television star has so much extra skin dangling between her legs that she's bow-legged and struggles to walk. It also makes it hard to keep the skin dry, which can lead to dangerous infections. How Tammy's skin removal could end the show. She's ready to spread her wings. Since losing 500 pounds, Tammy's life has changed completely. Now that she has so much of her mobility back, Tammy's more independent than ever. She used to need help with everyday tasks, a burden which fell heavily on her family. Now that she can take care of herself, she needs her family less and less. Once Tammy's excess skin is removed, she'll need her family even less. If Tammy decides she'd rather be off doing her own thing, it could spell doom for 1,000 Pounds Sisters. 1,000 LB Sisters. Amy Slayton's new boyfriend wants her to have his baby, and I think it's a great idea. She found the one. Amy Slayton's new boyfriend, Brian Scott Levorn, wants her to have his baby, and I think the 1,000 B Sisters star should consider it. 37-year-old Amy has always wanted a big family, and she doesn't have much time left on her biological clock. Her entire motivation for losing weight was so that she could have children. When Amy made her 2020 television debut, she weighed over 400 pounds. She couldn't even step on a bathroom scale. Amy had to drive to the local junkyard to use their industrial-sized scale. Desperately wanting children, she had bariatric surgery and lost 125 pounds. The fact that Amy's weight loss journey was driven by her desire to have children proves how important it is to her. After having bariatric surgery and losing 125 pounds, she went on to have 2 healthy sons. Her bariatric surgeon warned her not to rush into having babies, but Amy couldn't wait. Though Amy had her tubes tied, the 1,000 Pounds Sisters Season 7 star could always have the procedure reversed. She and Brian may not have known each other long, but at her age, this may be her last chance to expand her family. She should at least consider it. Amy's romantic history has been riddled with disappointment. She finally met the right man. When 1,000 Pounds Sisters premiered in 2020, Amy seemed to have her love story all figured out. She was a newlywed, married to a man who seemed to adore her. There was nothing Michael Halterman wouldn't do for Amy. He even helped Amy care for her sister, Tammy Slayton, 37. For a long time, Amy and Michael lived right next door to Tammy and helped care for her daily needs. Michael drove Tammy around and pushed her around in her wheelchair. He did it all so quietly, too, blending into the background. It was shocking when they started fighting. Amy and Michael's relationship started to fall apart after their children, Gage and Glenn Halterman, were born. Amy often accused Michael of not giving her enough support, and the conflict ultimately came to a head. After getting into several ugly on-camera fights during 1,000 Pounds Sisters Season 5, Amy and Michael announced their divorce in 2023 after 4 years of marriage. Though their divorce was contentious at first, they were able to come to an understanding and continue to co-parent their sons. After her divorce, the 1,000 Pounds Sisters star jumped back into dating and went through several bad boyfriends. Just a few months after announcing her split, Amy already had a new man in her life. Amy and Tony Rogers got serious quickly, and she even introduced him to her sons. The relationship soon fell apart, and Amy started seeing a new man named Kevin. That relationship lasted for an even shorter time. After Kevin, Amy took a break from her search for love and focused instead on raising her little boys. Amy and Brian have been practicing being a family. Scary love. Amy met Brian at a concert. She wasn't initially attracted to him, but Brian was so persistent that Amy gave him a chance. The two have been inseparable ever since. During 1,000 Pounds Sisters Season 7, Brian asked Amy and her sons to move in with him. At 50 years old, Brian is much older than Amy, but he adores her. After dating for only a few weeks, They got matching tattoos that read Scary Love. Though Amy barely knows Brian, I think it's important to discuss family planning, even early in a relationship. Soon after Amy and Brian started dating, the 1,000-pound sisters season 7 star introduced him to her sons. The couple has celebrated several milestones together, including Christmas and New Year's. They've been spending a lot of time with her boys and acting like they're already a family. Amy even posted hilarious AI makeovers to Instagram that turn her, Brian, Gage, and Glenn into various Disney characters. Notably, the clip includes Brian and both of her sons, just as if they were an average.